What about Ghostbusters? Would that scare them too much?
Oh, yeah. Stick my marshmallow, man. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
They can't obviously think a 100-foot marshmallow guy is real.
Okay.
I mean, I did.
Got it.
In 84. I'm kidding.
Got it.
Got it.
Yes, they can think it's real, Chris.
What do you mean? You explain to them there's no such thing as 100-foot marshmallow
The
men.
number of, again, my youngest son, doesn't even, like, my youngest son would get all bent out of shape over just the normal, regular Three's Company plot. Any mistaken identity, anything that goes haywire, things aren't going right, he gets a little bit.
Did you say Three's Company?
Yes, I did. Just the regular Three's Company plot where it's just a mistaken identity, everything just kind of gets some crazy misunderstanding.
Jack, Janet, and Chrissy Three's Company?
That's the one.
They were watching that, but they're not watching Ghostbusters.
No, look, again, I will point out to you about the innocence, the wonderful innocence of children, and how
That's true.
Okay, the wonderful, beautiful, blissful innocence of children,
Yeah, of
and how they can believe things or things like that, or get bent out of shape about stuff that we think is totally absurd, right, or crazy. Perfect example of this just happened yesterday.
Okay.
Perfect example of what happened yesterday. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers championship parade. Adults everywhere, right? Everywhere. Grown men and women everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Predominantly. They brought kids. Some kids are involved, right? Who was the one sensible individual as the all-time great in the history of the sport, if not now all of North American sports, took a $10,000 piece of hardware and proceeded to make it seem like he was flipping it from one boat to another? Who was the most sensible individual there?
Vivi.
Tom Brady's daughter. Tom Brady's daughter. Dad, no.
Well, you remember yesterday when we first played it, I said you could look at her and she's like, Dad, no, not knowing that she was literally sitting there going, Dad, no.
Dad, no. Dad, who knows better?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would
Dad
think so.
absolutely knows better. Dad might have had his mind or sensibilities clouded by a casa with amigos that are in that casa.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That might have been the choice of clouding his judgment. The friendly house could have gotten them all sideways. Who is the one? A child. A child was the most sensible one at the moment. Dad, no.
Avocado tequila
is one of my favorite. It's just, yeah, there you go. Great photograph. Yeah, Dad's like,
hey,
what are you going to do?
Nothing to see here.
Backwards hat. I mean,
Dad works his ass off. Dad goes to work every day. Dad doesn't drink anything that normal 43-year-olds might to take the edge off of a long day of work.
Wheatgrass shots.
Okay,
maybe,
like literally, Dad sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber. Dad didn't see you for 2 straight weeks because Dad was getting ready for work, the biggest day, and so Dad, might
look at
need
that photo.
I mean, Dad
look like that too.
Dad needs
I have
some help out of work. Dad needs practice squad
Super Bowl parties
friends to help him out of there.
You're right. The most relatable Tom Brady's ever been.
The most relatable Tom Brady has ever been, ever.
We've all been. You know how many of my friends I've walked out of like clubs like Joseph's and AD back in the early 2000s just like this? But I was on the outside. See, that's where this guy did him wrong. He had to put Tom on the inside, keep away from the paparazzi.
So that's what I'm saying. When I said earlier, we've all been this guy, either the guy being let out or the guy helping lead his friend out.
I was the helper quite a bit.
You were the helper quite a bit.
I've been the
amazing
Tom Brady guy.
It's the greatest. Of
So
all
when
time.
you're saying again, like, kids, what are they thinking? I mean, they're innocent, but they're also frequently the most sensible ones in the room. And if they do believe that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man can go attack New York City where their Nana lives, it's a problem.
3
Nobody
a.m.
steps on the church
I can
in my
totally
town.
Seriously.
see your kids getting
Yes.
up 3 a.m. in the morning. Dad, there's a marshmallow man in my room, and you got to deal.
Yeah,
that's exactly. That's exactly.
And then I'll be thinking of you.
All right,
Chris was the one who said it should be fine.
I thought of the most innocent thing I could think of. And
Right.
then it's the Stay Puft
Marshmallow Man.
By the lake at Camp Wakanda.
Where I, by the way, went to Camp Loconda. That was that just stunned me right in place. I'm like, oh my God, they just mentioned my camp with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And Dan Aykroyd, who everybody thinks I look like.
Camp Wakanda
He
is
just
mentioned in
dropped a line.
Ghostbusters?
Yes, sir.
I did not know that.
In
Right in
Glen
that
Spey,
scene.
New York.
I mean, because
that
obviously
scene?
I've heard
Where
you
my
speak
dad
about
was
it.
my group leader, too. Don't get me involved.
Hey, now.
Don't get me started. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.